supposed to be like burled oak or something.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Are you there?
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. It's your best British accent that cracks me up.
I don't know. Sometimes I do that. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Diane. Hi, Ellen. Janice. Jane. Beverly. Good evening. Kathy. Patsy. Corinne. Louise. Tom. Mary. Tina. Donna. And Cheyenne.
Hello.
Teresa.
Hi, Cheyenne.
Lots of people on tonight. Hi, Susan. Hi, Jennifer, Brenda, Kitty. Hopefully everybody is doing well tonight.
I feel like I should be doing something like juggling while you're saying hello.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's imaginary.
Maybe try that, you
Can I
know,
find any balls
I can't.
here?
with some tuffets.
Some tuffets. Yeah, that would be
Here you go.
great.
Hi, Nancy, Karen, Brenda.
Throw it
Welcome.
Juggle it from one end to the other. Why not? Go ahead. Here, Joan.
So it's
No?
a tuffet toss.
It's cute. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet.
Hi, Patsy. Yep, glad you didn't miss us. So, what are we doing tonight, Joan? We got a lot on the show tonight. Hello, all the Instagram followers as well.
We are at the Windmill Sewing Center. Right now we're on the brother side, and we've got a couple of machines we're going to show you. But first, who we are. This is Quilters HQ, Windmill Sewing Center, and Sewing Machines Express. Websites are, what?
Just checking. Testing.
Everything's straight.
That's right.
No, it looks crooked.
It does. I don't know what's going on with that. So
I'm having to lean.
there we go.
There we go.
All right, that's better.
QuiltersHQ.com.
Hi, Sherry.
windmillsewingcenter.com and QHQ and the number 2.com for the websites. So we have some new machines we're going to show you. New releases just came out. One of them is so new that Robert's going to open it up. It's the first time anybody is going to see it.
Well,
So-
on our show, anyway.
On our show. Well, you know, the people that manufactured it, they saw it. And, you know.
We're going to unveil it to you guys tonight, though.
We have 3 seats left for the Sewing Academy. Find Your Inner Sewer. That's at the Windmill Sewing Center in Bernina. And
October 16th and 17th.
October 16th and 17th. We should have our
Hi,
slushy
Ann.
machine by then.
Hi, James. Yeah, and that's Super Saturday, too.
Super Saturday. So great
That'll
sales.
be fun, yeah.
So 3 seats left. Filled up quick. Chloe sent an email and nobody wants to miss out.
So what do we got going on here? We got mug rugs.
Second
Next.
Thursday
Yeah.
at Quilters. And we will be starting something new. We haven't figured out what yet, but we will.
The event is $199.
And you can sign up for that if you go to windmillsewingcenter.com, go to the classes page, and you should be able to sign up online right there. So if you didn't get an email invite for that or email for that.
And we are going to start a new embroidery as well. Is that right?
Yes, we at Quilters, Vicky is going to do Farm Fresh. It's a brand new applique quilt from Lunchbox. So fun stuff.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
If you haven't done an applique project on your embroidery machine, it's amazing.
Hi,
It's
Rita.
so
Hi,
much fun.
Cheryl.
So if you're curious about that, you can call the store. We'll have details on it. I wouldn't call just yet because we're still putting the program together. But we'll have details about what size hoop you need for your machine. If you don't have a large enough hoop, we can help you with that. So that's going to be new. They're doing the
Hearts of Fire.
Hearts of Fire in Sewing Machines Express and Windmill Sewing Center. And I think Sewing Machines Express is full. I think there's still some
Seats
available
here. Yep.
here at Windmill.
Hi, Donna. Hi, Marilyn.
Hi, Marilyn.
All the Marylands, say hi.
Hi.
I think that's all that I can come up with.
That's all the announcements right now. So it's fall and Halloween's kind of here. So
I
decorating the
know.
store and for a little bit of Halloween fun. So
I can't believe it's already almost October.
yeah, it's hard to believe.
That would be tomorrow, right? It's Christmas next
One
week.
more day.
One more day.
Yeah,
Tomorrow's
one more
the
day,
30th,
yep.
and then
Right.
Holidays will be
Thursday.
upon us.
Thursday. It's time.
Hi, Georgia. Hi, Karen.
So,
All right. Well, we got a lot of show to get to, so we probably ought to get started.
okay. Well, we should start with this. This is the new 10 needle
What is
from
this?
Brother.
What is this here? Wow.
Well, if you've heard me talk about it, I sew on a multi-needle. I did that a long time back. I started on a home embroidery machine, single needle sewing combo, and then I moved to a commercial machine, never looked back. So I'm kind of lazy like that. I want to hit a button and have the machine just sew, program all my colors in, and then go, look what I did. I worked so hard. But doesn't it look beautiful?
Hi, Rachel.
So that's what this machine does. So you've got 10 needles on this, so 10 colors. So you just program all of your colors into this, and this one has a really cool feature. It has a needle threader on it.
Yeah, that's...
And that's nice.
YouTube's good.
This time.
Looks like.
Okay.
Right.
Well, it's buffering too.
I think
Um,
I'm gonna go find my 7-Up can.
there we go. The Instagram looks like it's working.
I was thinking, well,
Say hello if you're there.
Okay, YouTube's back.
Oh, yep, the screen froze up on us a little bit there. We'll wait a couple seconds. Sorry about that. Instagram is still going.
Seems to be back.
It's live, folks. Anything can happen.
Yeah, technology. You know, trying to keep your Wi-Fi going.
It's been weird lately.
It has been a little bit. Phones. Chloe's been having problems with her phone.
Microsoft went down.
Yeah, Microsoft went down yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, that
Yep.
was kind of eventful. I
Yep.
don't know where we left off.
We were
showing
talking a little bit about the hoops.
So, the embroidery hoop, the magnetic hoop does have a cap hoop that you can purchase with it too.
Does it look like people are on there? Hi, Linda. Hi, two Lindas.
YouTube and Instagram are definitely good. It's Facebook that
Yeah.
seems to be.
Facebook seems to be having issues. Instagram seems to be fine.
YouTube's good.
Thanks for being patient with us.
So Facebook didn't come back.
Facebook's on, but it's cutting out a little bit intermittently. YouTube's good, so.
Well, it looks like some people are still there. It does seem a little choppy,
Mm-hmm.
hopping back and forth. So bear with us. Hopefully the connection will pick up a little bit.
Yep, if you can't get us, you can jump over onto YouTube.
Okay.
So,
So, Andy, what else do you get with it? Anything you can think of?
well, I kind of lost my train of thought.
Well, that's kind of the start. So that's
Yep.
the Brother 10 needle if you're interested.
Yep.
Give Dana a call over at the Windmill Sewing Center and she can schedule a demo with you or show you features. We do have one left.
We have one of the previous one left, and I can't give you a price, but we would make a special price on that one. So, yeah, just give us a call.
Okay. Where to next?
We're gonna look at the Luminaire too. Which way? This way?
Got it. Bring all our sort of cords with us.
Sorted cords.
Yep.
So I just wanted to show you this. This is the large hoop for the Oh, you could almost like do a portrait, right?
Yeah.
This is the large hoop for the new Luminaire 2. It's a big hoop. You can do a lot of embroidery in here, multi hoops, all kinds of stuff. Touch screen, sewing and embroidery combo. I was thinking about this machine, and one of the things that we get asked a lot is, especially with machines like this, when we sell big embroidery machines, is do I get training with them? And yes, you do. We do offer that. We will teach you how to use it. But then what happens when you're sewing and it's 9 o'clock at night and stores closed and you got nobody to call and ask your question? This one has built-in videos. I just turned it on, so it has to start. I like that with a little happy face. Please wait for a while. So this is really kind of a cool feature. You have it right there at your fingertips that, you know, you've got pattern, oh, not that one, videos. So how do I wind my bobbin? And there's a video on how to do that.
That's nice.
So no more getting stuck at 9 o'clock at night when your store is closed. You've got all of that right here. So
A lot of manufacturers are trying to incorporate those a little more to help out and putting more video.
they are. Great machine, large embroidery area, sews well, embroiders well. This one is brand new. There is a new hoop with this one too, right? The endless hoop.
Sash hoop. I think.
Sash hoop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, a lot of amazing stuff that you can do with this.
Hi,
This
Carla.
is one that.
She was sewing.
Yep.
So that has a quilting hoop too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think so. You can use your embroidery machine to quilt for sure. So I like this little setup up here where you can have your thread raised up.
Yeah.
So
that's a couple of the new machines from Brother.
that's new this year from Brother.
So.
Let's go show them a project that you can do with an embroidery machine.
Okay.
This one was made by Donna. This is one of the customers that comes into the store.
This is my Karen, that's my job. Don't take my job.
Okay, there we go. So this one is really, really beautiful. And this is machine embroidery, and it almost looks like she did the quilting on her machine too.
I think the colors are stunning.
Yeah, the colors
They all
really
look
came
like-
out well.
Neon. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And those are all embroidery
Mhm.
blocks in there.
These are all embroidery. This is not applique, it's all just embroidery thread.
That's
It
beautiful.
looks quilted around the edges though.
It
Is that
is.
part of the
I don't
Okay.
know if she did that. I think, to me, it kind of looks like she
like
did.
a free motion?
Yep.
Oh, that's fun.
Very nice.
Beautiful work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's a project that you can do with your. And we've got another one, and then Marilyn has a show and tell and a story.
Ooh, and a story.
And a story. So this one was made by one of the staff, Diane. And this is Kimberbell, so very, very popular right now. And this is the Broomhilda's Bakery, I think. Which
Yeah,
doesn't
so
make
fun.
sense because Broomhilda was a Viking, wasn't she?
Okay.
I think so. Somebody answer that question for us. Was Broomhilda a Viking?
All right,
thought
we
she
need some
was.
Broomhilda.
I don't know. She
Hi,
was
Patsy. Looks like some of you switched over to
She can be
YouTube.
whatever she
YouTube
wants.
seems to be doing a little better than
Well,
Facebook.
she was a
so-
Viking. She certainly could. So this is Broomhilda's Bakery. I like the frog under the cake dish.
Yep. It's cool. All
What
kinds
is
of
the
fun stuff in
material
there.
They use on that. The clear material they use.
That's vinyl.
That's vinyl.
Yep, the same stuff we used to make that needle notebook.
That's what I was, why I was asking if that's the same thing.
Same thing.
Well, you got a show and tell
And a story.
and a story. Nice.
Yeah, I just don't have anything to go with it. No. It's way out here in the other room. We have
Oh,
to go
is
to,
it? Oh,
We
okay.
have to go to the other side.
Alrighty. Whoops.
Well,
That's
on
not
video. Oops. Here, I can get it back up really quick.
All right, hang on.
There we go.
Does
Video's
this
back
go
up.
over there? Robert?
Hmm?
Do I bring the no?
I think we're good.
Did I lose you? Come on.
We're coming.
He's coming. So some of you may remember that I gave a demo on Serger and a 6-hour quilt or something like that, I believe it was, and that's been months ago that we did that. And everybody was kind of curious about the Serger at that time and how did it work and what did it do.
Hi,
And,
Debbie.
we had a lot of fun with it.
Hi, Julie.
Well, I have a Serger at home, and I decided I was going to do something for my cat. You're all familiar with my cat, Daphne. And this is where Daphne spends a good part of her day. It's in the kitchen window, plant window. And she sleeps up there, and she watches me do dishes, and she carries on, she checks everything out. She's got to check every dish out, every cup out, and she just kind of hangs around there. So I thought, well, maybe it'd be nice if I made her a softer cushion to put across that window. And so we got started on it, and she was my technical expert through the whole thing. She directed me into, what I should do and whether she liked it and if it was soft enough. And at one point, she was even pulling the material through the serger for me. Not the serger, but the sewing machine. I was doing some free motion work on it.
Hi, Doris.
So this is Daphne, and you've heard of Daphne before. Now you know what Daphne looks like. So I went ahead and I thought, this is a good project. I found some material that had just been hanging around and I hadn't done anything with. So I thought, well, I'll make her little pad out of that. It's nothing special. I just, took a big piece and I sewed a couple strips on the top, and I thought, this is a good size to practice my free motion quilting on. So I haven't been able to do that for a while, but I sat down and I did some free motion. It's not very good. I'm not, I have a lot of threads to clip.
It does look
Anyway,
nice, I think.
I saw a picture in a book. That's how I do things. And they called it a river. You kind of make wavy lines and little swirls, and then you put in round circles and make bubbles, and it's just entirely whatever pops into your mind. So that's what I did, and then I need to serge it off. And I thought, well, that's cool. I can do that with my serger. Well, I hadn't used my serger for a while, and lo and behold, it needed to be rethreaded.
Yikes.
Well, it isn't an air threader. But I thought, how long have I had this serger? So I looked at the book, and I determined that I have an 800 DL Bernina. And I looked at the copyright date on the book, and it was copyrighted in 2001. That means my serger is 19 years old.
Wow.
I've made baby blankets out of it. I've made, lap quilts out of it. And I've really enjoyed it over the years, and it's a great serger. I've never had to rethread it, though. I've just kept white thread. I determined that my white thread was now yellow. And maybe it was a little weak, too. Who knows? So I thought, okay, I'm going to get some thread and change the thread on there. And so people at work were saying, well, you got to tie the threads to one to the other and pull them through and all this. So I went home and I looked at this thing and I thought, it's late and maybe I'll take it upstairs where the light is better. So I took it upstairs to the dining room table and set it. And I cut the threads across and I tied the new thread in a knot and I pulled it through with the old thread, and I was doing fair. I couldn't see the pictures very well in the book, the diagrams, so my husband took the book downstairs and photographed and enlarged it on the photocopier and then brought it up to me, and that helped a lot. I got to the last spool of thread. Now, we're talking about an hour and a half later, at least, I think. And I got to the last needle that had to be threaded, and it was right by the cutter, and I figured out how to move the cutter, but my big old fat fingers have no fingerprints, no traction on them anymore, so it was really hard to hit that little needle right where I needed to. And in the process of doing that, I unthreaded some of the other threads. And you're supposed to thread them in order. Well, it has 4 spools of thread. I had threaded 3 of them, and I was on my last one, and I had to start all over again. I was so frustrated. And so I just set it aside and thought, I'll tackle it tomorrow, I'll do it another time. Well, I looked at the air threaders, and we showed those a couple weeks ago at work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Bernina has one that's just pretty sweet. It is what's the number? An L850. And it's an air, it doesn't look like the air threaders that we have at work. You don't see the little holes that the thread goes down through.
It doesn't even look like the Serger.
It
No.
doesn't.
No, it looks like a beautiful sewing machine. And so what you have to do is open this up. You take the thread from behind.
You're not going to unthread it, are you?
No, no way. And so you bring it down through the track, straight down to the hole, and it's all color-coded. And so when it's running, you stick about 1/4 to 1/2 inch down in that hole, and I assume there's a button here that you push. I haven't used it yet. But it'll grab that thread and just suck it right through all of those little areas that I couldn't get mine to go through. And you have it threaded in a nanosecond compared to my 1.5 hours and then having to redo it again. That was so
But
disgusting.
the air thread is for the loopers, not the needle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So then for the needle, there's an air thredder for that though
Nope.
too. There's not.
There's a needle threader though.
Yeah,
There's
there
a
is
needle
yeah.
threader. Okay, so you see, I haven't used it, and they
Yep,
asked
it's
me
brand new. We just got it.
Yeah,
so
I'm not really sure everything I'm showing,
but we wanted to
but
show
I
it.
did. And look how neat it keeps the accessories here.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
nice.
cool?
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. And so it had a piece of material here that I could go through and serge off. So I'll just finish serging that off and show you the wonderful stitches that it makes. And this is the way I cut my thread. I don't know if they want me to do that or not, but that's what I'm doing. So
It's got a little longer
just-
extension table too, which is really nice.
it's really
so
big.
you got some
You
extra
can do
area
some
to
bigger
work with.
projects, on it. But it makes really nice stitches. And
Yeah.
if you're fiddling around with a 19-year-old serger and still trying to thread it, which I have a feeling that's going to go on through the weekend, you need to look at air threaders, and this is a beauty right here. I would go to
Brand new. Yep.
I would go to my brother dealer,
They're Bernina.
contact us. We can take care of that for you. And this is a perfect machine for you. So that's
Starter. Yeah.
that's what I have, and that was my show and tell. Thank
Nice.
you, everyone.
Nice. What do we got over here? We had a viewer request, right?
Tom asked for a demo on the LauraStar iron. So since we're in Windmill, we have, which one is this? This is the I series, right?
Yeah, that's
I
the
series
Smart
4.
Eye. Yep.
So, let me move that out of the way a little bit here. This is the lift, and it's just a portable, so you can have this in your sewing room or wherever. And so both of them are on, That's always good.
Well, that's a really good point.
So there's a couple of things that make these irons really cool. The amount of steam, there we go, that you get.
Hi, Polly.
So this is a dry steam. You would never do this with an iron.
It'd burn you.
It would burn you. And my Robert wants to hold hands. So why does dry steam matter? So there's a couple of things about this ironing system that I wanted to go over with you. So the board actually adds a lot of functionality to your ironing. So the continuous steam, you can iron multiple layers of fabric at a time. So if you're a quilter like me and your fabric is already folded in half and you want to iron both and not have to flip it over and iron it again, you can do that because the steam will go down through. The ironing board has two features. So one, it will pull the fabric and it's controlled by the iron. So I'm going to switch them. So if you can see, so it's actually pushing air up underneath. So
Cool.
if you have a very delicate blouse that you wanted to iron, you know, you can keep this and you can add your steam to it. And it's going to push that steam up out too, so that your fabric will stay dry. The button is right here, and so then I'm going to change it, and now it's pulling this fabric down onto the board. So if you're a clothing maker and you wanted to do pleats, so I'm going to put just a basic pleat in here, and that board is going to start as soon as I pick up the iron. And if you notice, this this board is pulling, oops, I'm hooking onto Robert here, is actually pulling the steam down through the multiple layers. And so what I can do is just add my next pleat, and this, as long as I'm moving this iron, you guys are missing out. It's going to pull this fabric down tight while I'm doing this. So my pleats aren't going to get messed up. Decide you don't like the pleats? Oops, I just pushed another one in there. And see how that steam is not shooting out the side? If you look, you can see it actually getting pulled through the fabric.
That's cool.
It is cool because it's where you don't want your steam flowing out the side. That kind of defeats the purpose. And then the board automatically shuts off when you set the iron down. This one, the lift, has the continuous steam. And you can see since the board is not on, since I set the iron over there, how the steam kind of goes out the side a little bit. And that's the water being pulled into the reservoir to make more steam. If you've ever, of course we have, right? So you're there with your iron, you're out of steam, and you've got your little cup, and you're trying not to burn yourself, and it never fails. I don't think I've ever done it where it doesn't like bubble up. It's not full, but somehow that little reservoir gets a bubble in it, and then it just overflows, and then you've got a hot mess, literally a hot mess.
Maybe a burn.
And maybe a burn, hopefully not. The other thing that these come with,
That's the one that's interesting.
You were right about the Broomhilda. She was you were wrote
she
in
was
there.
a Viking.
Norse Princess Viking.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm full of worthless information. Just so you know. can't remember where I was yesterday, but I can remember that. Okay. So Broomhilda, she must have been mean because now she's a witch.
I was going to say they keep
Yeah, well,
got
you
painted
know,
in a bad light there.
Vikings were not necessarily the nicest people. So this one is a Teflon plate that you can use for your delicate fabrics. It just snaps in. Your iron just goes right there and snaps in like that. And then you still have your steam, but you can iron silks and rayons and
Do you
fabrics.
actually touch the material with that?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So, and you can see.
So to work with rayon too, which
Yep.
seems to be a favorite.
Seems to be a thing.
Well,
Yeah, there it goes.
So that's kind of the demo for this. I was thinking
COVID
about.
certified.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. This iron will kill COVID. They sent it off and had it tested, and I don't know, laboratory said yes, the steam and the heat will kill the COVID
but
virus.
you don't want to stick it in somebody's face.
Yeah.
You just want to use it on the mask.
Let me iron you.
Could I de-COVID you?
That would not go well. But
Just
Camera.
thought I'd throw that in there.
from personal experience, I can tell you that after a day of wearing a mask, it kind of gets a little odor, especially when you're a coffee drinker. You put this on there and you put the steam on it, and it's like having a fresh mask again. So
And you can feel it in the fabric,
And you-
because I was doing that with mine.
you
Yeah.
can.
So it is nice for that.
It is nice for that. Very nice iron. I have one of these at home. I have the lift. I use it when I'm pressing yardage, and I have a high-end Rowenta that I don't use now. So it's nice.
It
You'll
is.
like it. You'll enjoy it. The lift, I don't know if we can give pricing.
Hi, Sharon.
But call the store, call Quilters HQ or Windmill Sewing Center, and we can give you pricing for these. Both the board system. The board is really nice.
Is that shorter than a normal ironing board? Until I was looking at it. Oh,
That may have
shorter,
been-
you're talking, yeah.
And I'm
Yeah, well, that's what everybody was, except me.
Marilyn's
never
tall.
mind.
Oh, I left the giveaway over there too.
Oh,
Yeah.
the giveaway. But yeah, the board is nice. The fact that you can actually, I found this out. I did not know that. You could do 6 layers of fabric, and with that fan, it will pull the steam through all of the layers. So
Cool.
perhaps you washed and it shrank and you didn't
Hi,
want
Leela.
it to. Then I've done that. I've ironed, the shrinkage out of a quilt before. That would come in handy.
I talked with someone today who has one. She doesn't have
The
this
board.
big one, she has the lift. And she said she actually cleaned a men's suit with it. And she said she hung it up on a hanger, and the suit was wrinkled and hadn't been cleaned for a while. And she just went down it with the iron. She didn't have to rub it with her hand or anything, and she just watched the wrinkles fall out of it. And she said when she was done, it looked like a new suit. I mean, it was all like it had come from the cleaners and was great. So she really thought it was a wonderful thing. So
It is.
you can do it on your curtains.
Mhm.
If you have drapes that you don't want to send to the cleaners, you can do it on those. I'm assuming you could probably use it on some blinds that are fabric.
Mhm.
So there are any number of uses for it that.
I think,
coming in.
some of the things they said that were useful were hospitals,
Mhm.
right? Firefighters, police officers, those are great for them. So,
Right. So
hi,
It's,
Tula.
a really nice new take on an old iron.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
So it's great.
And I like what you said about that too, with the steaming, because they sell separate steamers that's all
Yes.
they do.
For your
Well,
curtains.
that's what this gal
Mhm.
had was a steamer, and she said, I sold mine. She said,
Yeah.
as soon as I saw that, my steamer was gone.
Yep.
But every one that I've ever tried drips. Well, there's no dripping from this. This
No.
is just dry steam, which is makes it a really nice feature. And it's a great. I mean, you put water in the thing, but it doesn't come out wet.
Right. Yeah,
It's just kind of hard
very
to
dry, yeah.
stand. Yeah. It's really really good for that. So
Yeah.
So-
there are a lot of
Interesting.
uses for it other than just fabric.
And when you're quilting, you really don't want to saturate your quilt fabric with wet steam, because if you don't pre-wash, then you don't want it to shrink. So, and that has happened to me before, where you have an unruly block that won't lay flat, and you're like, okay, well, I'll just beam on it, and then all of a sudden that block doesn't fit anymore because it shrank. So
What about batiks too? So do that? Can't they bleed as well?
the batiks,
Yeah.
usually you do want to wash those, but yeah, they can bleed if you get them wet and into your
I've never washed my batiks.
Curious.
color catchers.
I use color catchers.
Color catchers.
Okay.
For those of us that don't pre-wash your fabric, we use color catchers. You throw like 4 or 5 of them in. So, and they can be found at the grocery store.
What, you're just like over there chucking blue and red and... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, homemaker
Yep.
Robert.
That would be a guy thing.
Okay. Fine.
Okay, so we have 2 more machine specials, and then Susan is going to show us the notions wall and a story. She's really excited.
She's very excited.
She's always excited.
So this is the 790 special edition. It has this beautiful blue and kind of really cool plate on it. This is a sewing and embroidery combo machine. You also get this machine. This is the 480. And the luggage. And the luggage matches the machine.
Pretty cool.
So they have
What a package.
I know. They have a little. So I'm going to show you the feature on this because they had just started it. It's a little pumpkin for Halloween.
Oh, it's sewing on the screen too.
Yeah. So you can see your stitches as they go. But I love this. This is beautiful. I mean, if you're going to sew on a machine, you might as well have it really beautiful, right?
That's their limited edition for the year, right?
That is the limited edition. We have a few of these. I'm going to stop it again. So we have a few of these in stock. And so come by and ask about those. We have one at Quilters HQ. It's still in the box. We haven't got it out yet. But they have it on display here at Windmill. So limited edition. They only made 1,000. Is that right?
I'm not sure the total number, but there's just a few of them. So
Yeah.
limited edition.
So great price on it, and you get a free machine to take to retreat, or
luggage.
if you have a younger person in your life that you want to teach to sew, this is perfect. And then the other one that we have new in the box is a 770. Is that right? Tula Pink edition, which
So we
also
just have one of those left.
one only.
Matter of fact,
So-
I don't know anyone that has any. So if you're still interested in a Tula, you could get one here.
Yep, so it has the embroidery module and the luggage. Doesn't have a free machine, but it's Tula Pink. And
Everybody
there's some
loves
free
Tula.
designs that are in there as well for the
Mhm.
Tula.
Yep.
So, and this is new this year. So we have a few of these. These will not last past the holiday. So,
Hi, Ashley.
okay,
All right.
on to Susan.
Okay.
I'm going to have fun on the notion walls. There's a notion wall on the Bernina side, and there's a notion wall on the brother side, and they each have different things. When I get my quilt magazines, I always look at the new stuff that are sewer recommended, and I love that stuff.
Hi, Roger.
I love anything like that. I love
Vicky.
school supply, so we're going to have fun over on the notion wall. Come on down. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. I've never seen anything like this. It's from Eversewn Device to Make pom-poms, for those of you who are that creative, so that you can wind your yarn around there and then secure it and cut it. So I thought that was
Hi,
really
Kathy.
pretty cute. And that is $10.59.
Hi,
But
Doris.
if you're into those sort of things, it looks like it'd be pretty easy to use.
Interesting.
I
What's
say
this?
take, huh?
Snowman.
There you go.
Snowman.
That would be cute. Very cute. Then I saw this handy dandy little
Those
thing.
are pretty cool.
You know when you have to unscrew the screw to change your needle, and it's back in there and it's hard to get to and it's small, and you get that little screwdriver out and you drop it. Here's a screw key-doo. Say that 3 times. But it had, I think I can take this out. It might be easier. You would put this end into that part of the screw. You've got a beveled handle here so you can turn it, and you don't have to try and get the flat part of your screwdriver in that little line that's under the machine. I think this would be really handy, and that I'd not seen one of those.
The interesting thing is the other side of that actually is for unscrewing your hoop.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, there. See, Robert's so smart. He's smarter than I am.
I don't know about that. Lady showed me.
Well, they should
But if you want to
know.
give me credit, sure.
Long time.
This is now those of you who love to make binding, I just found the ultimate binder maker. I would love to see a quilt that used this amount of binding. The bias tape maker, is that not huge?
That's a big one.
It is huge. I've never seen one that size. It's 2-inch. But I think I could get my fabric in there and pull it out very easily, where the smaller ones I do have a difficult time. And that runs $15.49. That's what I like about the Notions wall.
Yeah, it's always
There's
gadgets
always
and
something
always
new.
interesting stuff that's out there.
Yes. Then I saw up here, we all have our straight tailor's awls and our ballpoint awls, and I have a couple of the straight tailor ones, but if you're not careful, you can poke your finger pretty good with it. But I can see a use for this one. It's a curved tailor's awl.
Yeah.
So the tip of it, I'll show you the picture on the back here. You see how that tips in, just curves in a little bit?
Yep.
And it also shows back here where you can use that curved tip to get under a stitch or to help with the pins. I think that's a handy little tool also. And that's $15.25. What else do we have up here that's fun? There's all sorts of stuff.
Joan, what is this long arm centering tape? You ever seen that?
I have. We have those in both stores.
That's kind of cool.
Well, let's take it off and see what it has to say. Fiberglass reinforced tape for dimensional accuracy. And it has a little guide.
Oh,
You can see that on the back.
cool.
It's brightly colored pink so that you can see it easily.
So if you look at it, it has 2 ones. So when you put this on your long arm, you stretch it across, and then you have center. And so
Center of your quilt.
center of your quilt.
Very cool.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And does it have a length, or is that important? It's 14
So it'll do
Probably
a 12 foot.
14 feet.
So you can put it on a
Measuring-
14-foot
yeah.
table.
Measuring tape, 12 sliding markers, hook and loop strips, 2 sets, and 2 binder clips in there.
Yep.
And that runs $26. See, I wouldn't have picked that up because I don't have a
Oh,
long
just
arm, so thank you,
Interesting.
Robert.
As you're going down the gadget wall.
Yes. I mean, if something pops out. Okay, I think I'm ready to go over to the other side now, because it's got some really fun stuff too.
Okay.
But I think I like that screw key do the
Should-
best.
Oh, you have a
You wanna do
giveaway.
that?
We have our giveaway. Well, we can show you what the giveaway is, and so
Maybe
Well-
tell them how the giveaway works in case you're new to the show.
if you haven't shopped with us before, you are entered by commenting, saying hi. So you have to let us know you're there. So our giveaway is this essential sewing caddy. It's a ladybug. Picture of it like stuck to. It's got a little suction cup, and so you can put bobbins in here and scissors right here. That's kind of handy. This would work
Always
really
looking
well.
for the scissors.
Well,
Always.
for the embroidery machine to have your little snips up there.
Or a long arm. You could just like suction cup this to the long arm, put your bobbins here, and so when you pre-wind your bobbins. So, but embroidery machine, sewing machine, scissors right here, bobbins all around.
Switching hands and on and on. And I pulled up and I was going to hand the man my $20 for my one box, and he said, "Yours has already been taken care of." And I said, "What?" He said, "Yours has already been paid for by the car in front of you." And the man in the car in front of me is just waving out his window, and I acknowledged. And so I sat for just, about half a second. And I said, "Well, in that case, here's my 20, and I'm going to pay for the car behind me." I have never encountered anything like that. You hear those stories all the time.
Oh, it's nice.
I
Really
may
nice.
not have needed my produce paid for, but hopefully if that kept going down the line, there was somebody there that had a need, or maybe even was able to pick up an extra box for somebody that they knew might need one. So I just wanted to share that. There are some really sweet, kind, generous people out there, and I hope I made just a little teeny tiny
That's
scratch
a
on
great
that wall.
story. Some
So-
unity, and I mean, just pass on some goodwill. And
I
I
only
think
hear the negative stuff.
yeah, a lot of times we do only hear the negative stuff, so it's really nice to hear.
I'm to the point where the negativity
What a fun
on
thing.
TV and radio, I don't even want to have it on anymore.
Grab your sewing machine and.
Yes, pretty much. Okay. Tula Pink has come out with some notions. And knowing Tula Pink, she's got to add color to them, which
Beautiful.
she has. We have what she's calling Tula Pink Large Ring Micro Tip Scissors. So the large ring she's referring to where you're holding on to them. The micro tip, and you can see the rainbow colors.
Yeah, they're really cool looking. A lot of people like your jacket too, by the way.
Oh,
You've been
thank
getting
you.
comments.
Actually, they kind of match your jacket.
They
Yeah,
do
they
kind of
actually
match your
do.
jacket. Look at that.
You can
Okay.
wear it as an accessory.
Bye. I can just tuck it on there. I got this in Colorado, one of my last trips. These have this little sharp edged point for cutting if you're cutting out your embroidery and you've got those little things you've got to cut that fabric out of, the little spaces, those would be good for getting in there, at least to get the first slit going. And they're very smooth in my hand, and they don't have to be right or left-handed. And y'all know I'm left-handed, so those work very well. These scissors or snips are $17.99. And I think we've all been neglecting. If you see anything here that you want, make it mine. The name of the item, this being Tula Pink Large Ring Scissors. Let us know if you want it shipped, or you'll pick it up at the store. In this case, would they pick it up at the Bernina Windmill Sewing Center, or would they pick it up at Quilters HQ? While he thinks about that.
Duh.
All right. Each of these items from Tula Pink are going to have that same rainbow color effect. These are curved, easy snip, 5-inch hemostats.
Great for your surgery.
This
Yeah, get those
Idea.
stitches out.
was
Mhm.
stolen from dental offices, and that's how I got my first set because my husband's a dentist. So he would take
Surgeons.
tools that could no longer be used in the office, and he'd use them with his hobby. So I started getting them from him too.
Hi, Melton. Carol.
Hemostats have a little clasp down here, so you can open them up and then shut them, so you have a good tight hold of the thread that you're trying to pull through or holding fabric together. Hemostats are a great item to have in your sewing
You
accessories.
can take out your own stitches.
Well, true, you can. And the stitches she's referring to are not the ones that your sewing machine's making on fabric.
Oh, okay.
I caught that one very quickly, Marilyn. And these run $26.26. Tula pink, curved, easy snip, 5-inch.
Sorry, you're okay.
Make it mine. Ship or pick up.
We got time for a
We've-
few more before we go do the unboxing.
Okay, I'll hurry. Can I at least get through
Yep.
the Tula pink?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's. We have these at the store, and we've shown them to you several times, but they don't have that color rainbow.
Yeah, those are really handy.
These
Joan
are
loves
the-
those.
Yeah, Swiss style angled tweezers.
Little snips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't put that on there though. They just put tweeze. Tweeze?
Tweeze. Do you have any tweezes?
Let's see, they're hooked at the bottom, so all you're doing is squeezing. Ah, that rubber protector.
Handy.
We use these a lot at the store when we're proofing quilts. So if there are long threads that we need to snip, these get in there, snip it quick, and very, very handy. This is another favorite I've discovered, and I don't know that I've ever seen an awl or stiletto quite like this. When you see it, you're going, okay, what the heck is that? And what's the screw up here for? Well, if you unscrew this, so it has safety packaging built in, there's your point.
Ooh.
At the other end, you're
Really
just going to
sharp.
screw that back in.
So stay
That's the-
sharp.
So that's
Yeah,
the
so it
safety
stays
tip
sharp.
tonight too. Make sure you
you
put
go.
that away.
Because I don't know how many times I've poked myself with mine. You know, you're reaching over for something and you don't know.
Yep. Careful.
This runs $16.88, Tula pink, stiletto, 6-inch. Make it mine. Ship or pink up. Pick up. Pink up. There you go. Tula pink up. And I'll end on that note. Thank you guys.
Oh.
So we have the unboxing?
Yeah.
Or do we have
Yeah.
time?
Yep. And the winner,
The winner is?
Twyla Harvey.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Twyla.
Hopefully I didn't butcher your name, so I apologize.
Ladybugs.
Yeah, ladybug. Those are cool.
Those are cool. Where's the
Well,
unboxing?
there's another
the
one
classroom.
up here like
Okay.
that, and it's
So, I'll
an
carry.
owl.
You gotta carry that too.
Okay. Robert's looking at me with fear because
Don't trip. Your shoelaces undone.
is
Look
it?
out, Joan. Look out, look out.
It might actually be. So you're getting the tour of the store. He's going so fast.
You
I'm trying not to make you dizzy.
park and all that. You have the little arrows.
That was me. Oh, he's like removing obstacles for me. Okay. What's in the box?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Who's it from?
Ooh,
I don't know.
sorry
Let's
about
find
that.
Well, it says Bernina on it.
It
does
looks like
say
it's
that.
from Bernina.
Could be a bill.
You like those the best. Why don't you open them at the bottom? That seems to be where
What
it always
happened here?
is. Padded
It got
seat.
ended. I wonder if it has an hour limit.
There's a book.
There's a book. And packing foam. Ooh.
Look at that.
Oh boy. What's in here? It's got little boxes.
Ooh. Cool stuff.
Accessories. So I believe this is the new Bernina L890. And this is finally us getting our floor model. We've had some pre-orders already.
What is it?
Yeah, is that a serger?
Yes.
Wow. Pretty nice.
It looks like a sewing machine.
It does. Yep, it does have a touch screen. It looks like a sewing machine.
It does. It's a serger that looks like a sewing machine.
Maybe it's both. No. Well, you can always try.
Well, I think you gave them an idea, though.
Yeah. So,
Come check this one out. That is very cool.
very cool.
Touchscreen serger. That's going to be really nice.
Very
It's a
cool.
good size to take to retreat too, if you're doing a serger project, right?
Yeah, always take your
Easy
serger
to
if you get
drag.
invited to a jelly roll race, because you'll win.
Joan, you'd win
You'd
anyway.
win, yeah.
As fast as
I
you
don't know.
sew.
It might be neck and neck with the serger because they sew so much faster than your sewing machine. Again, air threaded. That looks like a 5-thread serger.
It
Yeah,
is
that's
overlocked.
what it has on top.
We're discovering this machine together.
Yes. Ooh, look at that.
Oh, look at those cover stitch too.
Yep.
Has the accessories in the front tray.
Mm-hmm. That's handy.
So we just got this. This is our floor model. We'll have one at Quilters and one here at Windmill. So if you're interested in finding out more about this machine, you can come in and try it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's us for tonight. Sorry we went over, and
Kept you a
sorry
little bit
for
longer.
all of the technical stuff that we had.
Someday that'll be over, right?
Well, you know, technology's always going to be
What
a
makes it
chore.
New place.
That's
Here in the
right.
middle. I'm the tall one in the
So-
back.
Did we get our winner?
We did.
Uh-huh.
did.
They announced it. So what do we say?
How do we send off the show?
Make it so.
Everyone have a great week.